All right, let's talk about something we all think we've got a handle on, our emotions. We like to believe we're in the driver's seat, right? That we're in control. But are we really? What if I told you that most of the time, you're not even holding the wheel? I mean, just think about how easily it happens. It takes just one little offhand comment from a friend or a coworker, and bam, just like that, your whole mood completely tanks. That great feeling you had just a second ago, poof, it's gone. Or maybe, let's ramp it up a bit. It takes just one insult. Maybe you even overhear it. It's not even said to your face.
And that's it. You just lose it. You snap back, you get all defensive, you say something you immediately wish you could take back.
And that split-second knee-jerk reaction, we love to tell ourselves that's passion or that we're just being strong. But it's not. As the source material for this so perfectly puts it, that's not strength, that's programming. You're literally just running a script that was installed a long, long time ago. So, why? Why are we wired like this? Well, if you want to break the code, you've got to first understand the hardware it's running on. And it all comes down to our incredibly powerful but, well, kind of lazy brain. Okay, so check this out. It's actually pretty simple. Your brain's number one job, besides keeping you alive, is to save energy. It's lazy by design. So to do that, it creates all these little shortcuts. We call them habits. It sees the same trigger, and it just runs the same old reaction program. Same trigger, same reaction, every single time. It's not trying to mess with you, it's just being efficient. And that right there is the heart of the problem. We can call it emotional programming. It's basically the brain creating a superhighway from a trigger, like a comment, straight to a reaction, like anger. And guess what gets skipped entirely? Your conscious mind, the part of you that actually thinks and chooses. That's how our emotions end up in the driver's seat. So that's the what. We're running on autopilot. The real question, the million-dollar question is, how do you break the code? How do you finally get back in control and start steering your own ship? Well, the first step isn't about fighting your emotions or trying to crush them. No, it's about something much more subtle. It's about awareness. Before you can rewrite the code, you have to learn to see the code running in real time. All right, so here's the practical step-by-step guide. And step one is maybe the most important. Pause. The second you feel that trigger go off, that's what we call your power point. Just stop, don't do anything. Step two, watch. Just observe that feeling bubbling up, like you're a scientist watching an experiment. No judgment. Then detach. This isn't you, it's a feeling you're having. Next, slow down. Take a few deep breaths. You'll literally slow your heart rate and your racing thoughts. And finally, control your body. Unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders. Your mind follows your body's lead. That little gap you just created between the trigger and the reaction, that is where all your power is. And let's just zoom in on step three for a second, because this is huge. The difference between saying, I am angry and I feel angry. I know it sounds like just words, but it is everything. I am angry defines your entire being. But I feel angry, that's just describing a temporary weather pattern passing through. You're not the storm, my friend. You are the skog. Okay, so you've built that little space with awareness. You've hit the pause button. Now what? Well, now it's time to start filling that space with a new choice. It's time to actively rewrite the old code. So now we get to the more advanced stuff. Step 6, rewrite. In that pause, you consciously choose a different, calmer response. Then you go deeper with step 7, understand. You have to ask yourself, why did that actually get to me? Was it my ego, some old insecurity, a hidden fear? Finding the root of the trigger is like finding the actual bug in the software. Then you can learn to control the ego's desperate need to be right, and finally just let it pass. See the emotion for what it is, a wave of energy that will fade away if you just stop feeding it. So this is what that old program looks like, right? The trigger hits, and the automatic response is just to shout, to defend, to attack, to act fast without a single thought. It's pure, predictable reaction. But this is the new program you're intentionally installing. It's a conscious choice. Instead of that automatic reaction, you choose a calm response. You choose slow, deliberate words. You choose clear thinking and controlled action. And here's the magic part. You make this choice over and over again until this becomes the new default program. I really want you to let this one sink in for a second. Your trigger isn't your enemy. It's actually your best teacher. It's literally a map pointing directly to a weakness, an insecurity, a place where you're vulnerable. And once you can see it on the map, you can start to fortify it. You can finally fix it. So after all this work, the pausing, the observing, the rewriting, what's the end game? What's the ultimate goal here? Because it's probably not what you're thinking. Look, a lot of people get this wrong. This is not about becoming a robot or being numb. That's called suppression. And that's just pushing the feelings down where they can still control you from the shadows. Honestly, that's weakness. Real mastery is the total opposite. It's about having the strength to feel everything, the anger, the joy, the frustration, but you get to decide what action, if any, you take in response. That is real power. And this, right here, this is the ultimate goal. This is what it all leads to. You feel everything. You're more alive and aware than you've ever been, but you react to nothing until you decide it's time to act. The puppet strings have finally been cut. Because in the end, it all boils down to that tiny space you create between what happens to you and how you choose to respond. When you can control your actions in that critical moment, you really, truly start to control your life. You're not just running on programming anymore. You're the one writing the